Hello, welcome to Between the Realms for the new moon of February 2020, the new moon in Pisces. And beyond that window is the light of the declining sun, I guess would be a way to put it. It's late afternoon here at Light Spring Glen. And I figured out a way to give you just a little bit of the energy of that as we get underway. Hi there. I'm seeing myself, so you are seeing me. Carol Omart Behan welcoming you to this video. Thank you so much for viewers who have returned yet again. It's been a wonderful adventure since the first of these videos connected with the full and the new moons, and that first moon was right around the, it was a full moon video for Imbolc, right before it in February. So, and it was the wolf moon, I believe, or the cold moon. So here I am once again coming back to you, delighted to be making this set of videos and going on as long as the inspiration of it feels right to do so. I want to thank those of you who have subscribed. It's just humbling and great fun to have these subscribers who have joined in on this channel. I give thanks to all of you to passing this on to people that you think might enjoy the messages that are seeking me to come through these videos to you. So here we are, and this is the setting I've used before. I've changed the angles and the camera and a little bit of where I'm sitting, but there is something I want to point out to you that seemed absolutely right to put into the background, and that's a wonderful lunar phase calendar for 2020. So I hope you enjoy its being back there. I'm delighted to get one every year. It's been several years worth now. I should probably paper this part of my room with all of them. So before I can get off in left field really fast and have a lot of fun talking to you, and I want to make a little note of the video that preceded this one, which would have been for the full snow moon. And again, the camera angle, I'm still learning quite a lot, probably will for quite some time, about doing these videos. And it was a little bit near to me, and I'm keeping my hands together in my lap at the moment, but I do tend to talk with my hands a lot, and there might have been a lot of hand waving near the camera. Maybe you noticed, or if you did, maybe it didn't bother you. I sure hope it didn't. So we have the new moon in Pisces coming up on Sunday, February the 23rd. It is a water sign. And another thing happening, and I'll every so often do some astrology that seems relevant. We are in the first of the 3 retrogrades of Mercury for 2020. Something you might know about, but if not, here's a tiny bit of background. Mercury, that is the planetary muse and mentor of our mental and communicative lives, appears to reverse its course 3 or 4 times a year. We may experience less stress during these periods because people sometimes comment on it being a stressful time for various reasons around communication. So taking time to pause and go back over familiar territory and give second thoughts to dropped projects or miscommunications is something to consider. I'm always reminded to back up any files if things go wrong in communications, and I certainly experienced that. It's the Mercury retrograde. This is the first one. It began on the 16th. It'll be over on March 9th. Mercury's retrograde in Pisces reminds us, I like this, to revisit dreams and release our tears, regrets, and best laid plans. When it goes direct again, renew with what feeds your soul. Something that sounds a wonderful thing to do. I am continuing, as you've seen in the other videos, to see if the Glastonbury Tarot wants to tell us anything. So I drew some cards, and I am still getting information that I believe is something for at least a certain group of viewers that I am reaching through these videos. The Glastonbury Tarot, once again, to show you this, is out of print, but a friend of mine who wondered if she could come by a copy did find that you can get sets, a set of this. It's kind of pricey in the places she looked, but it's not beyond the realm of possibility to get it. I was very excited by the cards that came up, so in my mind, I know there's something to share with you. Two of the three cards to take note of. I'm going to start with this one, and I won't dwell on it too long, but this is a beautiful bowl that I have had the incredible experience of not only being in its presence, but of holding it in my hands during a meditation at Little St. Michael's Retreat Center at Chalicewell Gardens. This is in the suit, the Ace of Chalices, and it is a very powerful, beautiful card. What I want to share with you is this. The Ace of Chalices represents pure love, which overflows into every aspect of our existence. It suggests the ability to truly give and receive with no thought of any possibility that the energy could dwindle, because there is the awareness that love is infinite and eternal and can only grow through the experience of it. Love cannot be portioned out. It is freely available to all, and it is what we need, seek, and deserve as our birthright. The other card, and if you've watched the 3 videos connected to the moons, is this one. I drew this for the very first of the videos, that full moon in January. Oh, it had to. No. Well, that first video, and this card came up. This is a beautiful major arcana card, and this is St. Michael, patron of Glastonbury Tarot. And I believe he is indeed the patron of these videos. So a reminder that among the messages to share with you, it's called the Judgment card. It represents the call to a more meaningful way of life. Judgment teaches us the meaning of our existence and causes us to question and to find answers to why we are here. That's just fabulous. I'm so glad to have that card come up again. So we are in good order as we move along through the full and the new moons of 2020. In between the last video and this one, I had a phenomenal and blessed a gathering to attend in Syracuse. I am all the way down near the Catskills of upstate New York, and so driving up to Syracuse to take part in an Avalon gathering that was absolutely amazing. The gentleman whose visit was the reason for the gathering comes from Glastonbury. He's a longtime resident of this, and his name is Tor Webster. Tor Webster. I recommend, I will put his website in the notes so you can connect with him. He did a wonderful group meditation and visualization, and I had a one-on-one session with him too. It was absolutely amazing and full of light, full of the reminder of my own connection with Glastonbury and its continuing importance in my life. Why it is I went there in 2001, was called to it for many years. And in the opening of this video, you caught a glimpse of what I will flash before you yet again, that I answered Avalon's call in my particular spiritual odyssey. I will say quick to the aside that I now have new books that have arrived to share through the mail with any of you who would like to own a signed copy coming from me. So Tor, and the message that I received from the beautiful entity that identified itself as the universal truth that speaks through Glastonbury's energies confirms so much of what I'm doing, including these videos. It was absolutely delightful. So thank you, Tor, if you ever see this video, and you might. He was quite enthusiastic to hear that I've started this channel. Between the realms. Glastonbury is the epitome of realms and being between them in various iterations as you walk around of your physical, mental, and spiritual journey, and of the fairy realm and of the underworld realm, and it's absolutely extraordinary. Not that these aren't present in many other places. And you find those that are seeking you. It's a time, as Tor said, that in this year of 2020, it's a year of fulfillment. So think of that for your own journey as it's going forward in the year 2020. I remember inviting us in the first of the videos as we were moving into this new year to think about, courtesy of this card, and thinking why it is, seeking what is it we're here for, and knowing more about why you came to be here on the planet for this rather amazing time with its demands and its joys and its ups and its downs. I called it a rock and roll period, at least a time more than once already, and you'll probably hear me say that again. And I think my train of thought decided to skitter around a little bit, so I'll just kind of leave it at that and go back to my notes. What I was thinking I might say, if it's important, will certainly come back. I want to speak to you a little bit about checking a little bit of the time so that I don't overdo it. I don't quite know what people have in the way of, I won't even, you know what, I won't digress. I will simply go to talk to you about the new moon. This new moon is in Pisces. If that is your sign, you might want to look into more of its particular meaning to you. There are certainly astrological references you will hear me make in probably every single video. There are so many sources. I can't teach you about it. I can give you things that I know that seem relevant to things I want to share. But if it's something that you want to know more about for yourself, by all means, search things online and ask to be guided to the resources that are most helpful for you in finding out more. There is a gentleman whose name is Kaipacha Lesher, I think I have that right. I listen almost every week to his weekly messages about the astrological indicators and energies and something he calls the Pele Report. So I will put his link down there too in case it's something you want to pursue. Certainly, things when you come to them, if you're like me and exploring sources and information, always go by the indicator to whether it resonates with you. As you read through something or listen to something, if it resonates with you, then that's what's yours to keep and take on. If it doesn't, you release it. Take what resonates and release the rest. That's the guideline to always follow in pursuing information, because there's a lot of it out there. I am yet a new person coming online and sharing what I know as well. And some of you, it will resonate marvelously, and others less so. And maybe even within particular videos as I am doing them for you. So we're in Mercury's retrograde. We will be in the depths of this new moon. And I want to say about new moons, which I'm not sure I said of the video that had it the last time around, a new moon. Of the full moons that we see, I mean, if you look at that chart and see that wonderful patterning, each of the months is vertical across, and the changes in the moon as it grows to full each month, and then declines and becomes slimmer and slimmer and slimmer down to the new moon. All of them are shown there. And we're so aware of the full moons and their power because they just make such an impact, these full moons. But let me tell you, if you haven't thought of it before, how very powerful the new moons are, because they're in the sky. They're in our reference point, in our conscious awareness all of the day. Even though we can't see it, it's the dark side of the moon. And I meant to look up, do you remember the song from, oh, I was going to look it up and I didn't. The Dark Side of the Moon. Was it The Who? Testing my classical rock and roll memories. So I'm not sure, but the dark side of the moon is exciting, and it's there in the sky all day. Grandmother moon and grandfather sun dancing together. So it's a powerful time to be going within and spending time in meditation, inner seeking, inner stillness. There's a quote, if I can bring it up fast, and I might be able to, because I've kept it here to the side of my laptop. We'll see if this will work or not. Ah, there it is. I like it when things work in technology. The universe is always speaking to us, sending us little messages, causing coincidences and serendipities, reminding us to stop, to look around, to believe in something else, something more. We're not quite out of the depths of winter in the northern part, the northern hemisphere. I live in a place where the seasons are very distinct, and certainly winter. If the focus of the camera allowed you to see it, there's a good bit of snow on the ground. We had a very cold night last night. I always hope the animals are in a safe and place of warmth, and that they've had enough to sustain them through the night. And for all of us in this particular northern hemisphere going within, although the days are growing longer, there's still this wonderful time to nurture the seeds that are not quite ready to come above the soil and begin to grow. So I suggest that you go back and think about, what seeds were you planting as we began these videos? What is St. Michael or Archangel Michael asks of you, are you doing here? And what seeds are you thinking of, seeking fulfillment of in the year 2020? I'm looking a little bit at the time, and I see that I might be able to fit in one last thing that would, oh, now I'm going to put something in the notes that might be of use to you in working on inner realms. If not, I'm just going to bring this up to the camera to show you, because what you see, there it is. Oh my goodness, that's actually pretty beautiful as the sun shines on it. This is a very ancient labyrinth carving from Cornwall in Rocky Valley. Some of you watching this video will have visited it with me. Mary Oliver, maybe I should just make mention that, because I've said it to you each and every one of these videos. I was about to release a set of videos that I'd made in the summer last year to honor Mary Oliver in the first year of the departure from the world, and all of the beauty that she's left behind in the forms of her poetry. So I'm thinking I don't really have time to read the poem that I was going to consider doing it, but has to do with trees. And I will see if I can't fit it in when I come back to you for the full moon. But I can tell you, final thought for this particular video, that the sap is rising. It's been rather snowy and cold. It's winter here. We've had warm days. And for the first, just a few days ago, my first sighting of maple trees that people are beginning to tap, which is wonderful. Spring's promise grows closer every day. What a beautiful sign of it. And I did see someone posted they'd seen a robin already, which for us is a pretty darn exciting sighting. So that is where I'm going to leave things for this month. Again, thank you for choosing to view this video. I hope the Sum of Light Spring Glenn's wonderful energy communicates itself to you through the things I share and through the light that's shining in. The sun is shining through the hemlock grove. It's lighting here and reflecting little bit through my glasses, maybe. I'm not really sure. But until the full moon's video, which will be around March the 9th, and it'll be exciting to speak with you once again. Take good care. It's wonderful to be with you this way. All of you and all of us on our separate but shared journey of 2020. So for now, much love from me, and the cats are excluded from the room. It's too near their afternoon snack and they'd be making noise. So take care. Have a good couple of weeks and watch for the Mary Oliver videos. They are almost ready. They are almost ready to go out. Bye for now.